So we're gonna be cleaning this locomotive train, and I'm gonna be telling you guys how to actually get a girlfriend. So before I start, let me just see. I need metal cleaner, I guess. So maybe you're a guy, right? You're in your 20s, 30s, 40s. It doesn't really matter, and you've never had a girlfriend before. You know, you never had a girlfriend before, and you really want to have one. And for years, you've been struggling to like get a girlfriend because you know it's not easy. I understand that, right? So how can you actually get a girlfriend? And where to start? It's not really that complicated, guys. But the reason it's complicated is because you don't really understand. I think the problem lies in you don't really understand how a female or how a girl works, right? Because you guys have to understand that a female, she has a female nature, right? It's something called female nature. It means that that's just how, like a woman, right? That's how she will behave biologically, right? And I think for a lot of guys, and this was the case for me, right? Like we approach girls with our own logic, right? We think that, oh, a girl is gonna like me if I do this to her or I do that, right? We don't approach a woman because we understand her. We approach her because we think we know what she wants, right? Or we just try our luck. So, but the thing is, like, if you actually want to have a girlfriend, you need to understand a female nature, right? So, what is female nature? Female nature is basically just the nature of a woman, right? What makes her attracted to a man? What a woman is really looking for, you know? And if you don't have that, if you don't have what a woman is looking for, of course you're not gonna get a girlfriend. Of course you're gonna be a virgin and you're not gonna have, and you're gonna be like, you're not gonna understand why you're unable to get a girlfriend. So to give you guys a perspective, let's imagine ourselves this scenario, right? Just imagine that you are a girl in your late in your 20s, a girl in your 20s, right? You are aware that, like, let's say that you start to grow, right? Obviously your body will grow because your body has to be in a certain shape because you will have the ability to have a child, right? You're gonna have the ability to have a child, so your body needs to look a certain way, which happens to be what men finds attractive, right? The shape and everything like that, because it's biologically connected, and it signals that you are fertile. Like you can have a child, and that's what men are attracted to. So, as I said, you imagine that you're a girl in your 20s, and you start to notice that your body is changing, right? You start developing shape, you have your beauty, right? So when you go outside, you will notice that a lot of men are going to give you attention, right? From young men to old men, they're going to give you attention. They're going to turn their heads and they're going to look at you, right? That's one thing. That's actually something that happens to a lot of girls. Like that's just how it is, right? They get a lot of attention because that's just how nature works. The second thing is that you're going to notice that society will treat you so much better, okay? Because imagine this, like let's say there's something wrong with your car or you just need help, right? Because of your beauty, because you have a beautiful face and smile, that's what makes people feel good, right? They're going to help you more. Like that just it's just automatically. It's not something they think about. It's just because of how you look. They're going to treat you nice. Because you guys have to understand that society has a very soft spot for a woman and a child, right? Because they're innocent, they can't protect themselves. Not innocent, but like they're very vulnerable, right? Weak. While men, nobody gives a shit about men, Like if you are a man in your 30s, 40s, 20s, whatever, society expects you to be okay. You know, they don't really care about you because you're a man. Like you can handle yourself, and it's kind of sad, but that's just how it works. So that's why so many men are lonely because there's not so much support for men in our society, which is sad. But back to the topic, guys. So like I said, you imagine that you are a girl, right? And you start noticing that you're getting attention from other men. You start noticing that society is treating you better. You know, it's not always the case, but most oftenly, this is what happens. This is really the truth for a majority of people. So you notice that society treats you better, and then you have to think, guys. What, like, if you are a girl, right? What are you attracted to? What do you want in your life? Because you know that you can have a child, right? You obviously want to have a child, but you need to so yeah, you want to find security, right? You want to find a man that is confident. You want to find a man that knows where it's going, right? You want to find a man that is strong. He has good genetics because you're gonna have a child with him, right? You're gonna have a child with him, and that's important. So that's the thing, guys. Like, it's not that difficult. Like, just imagine yourself being a girl, and then imagine what if you were a girl. What would you look for in a guy, right? And then you have to think about yourself. Are you that guy? You know, because if you're not that guy, then of course it's gonna be hard for you to find a girlfriend. You know, because there's always gonna be other guys there that's gonna be compatible. You know, because you guys have to understand that for a woman, she is attracting, and as a man, you are hunting. Like you're looking for a woman, and a woman is just attracting. Like she just makes herself look beautiful, and she's gonna get approached by a lot of guys by nature. That's just how it works. So before you even think of getting a girlfriend, you need to think of yourself. Are you the type of man that a girl would want to be with? If the answer is no, then obviously you will know that I mean, you can still get a girlfriend, but it's going to be harder for you, right? And that's most likely why you haven't been able to find a girlfriend, because you're not compatible. You haven't made yourself to that level yet. So I'm going to be telling you guys how to get a girlfriend, right? But the first thing you need to know is you need to understand how a female actually thinks. Because if you just go out here and you're like, you impose your own worldview on how things works, it's not gonna work. That's not how it works, guys. So you need to understand the female nature, right? As I told you, a woman is looking for a man that is confident. She's looking for a man that is strong. She's looking for a man that is fit, healthy, you know? And if you check those boxes, the more boxes you check there, the easier it's gonna be for you to find a girl. So yeah, the first thing, as I said, understand female nature, understand how a woman's think, because when you understand that, it's gonna be easier for you to, then you'll know like what you need to do, right? Like example, if you're being nice to girls, if you're like every time a girl comes to you and she's asking you for something, and you're like, yeah, just I will, like, you're being the nice guy, that's not going to attract a woman, you know, like sexually the way you want. It's not gonna help because that's not what a woman wants, right? She doesn't want, like, you're gonna be, the only thing you're doing is that you are putting yourself in a friend zone, right? Because you're being nice to her. You are, you know, like you're pleasing her, right? You're trying to do things for her in order for her to give you what you want. And it's not gonna work, guys. That's not how it works. You know? That's why you see this like thing like about nice guys that they're struggling to get a girl attracted, because that's not what a woman wants. She doesn't want a nice guy like that. She wants a confident man that knows where he's going, you know, because a woman is very intuitive. She can feel things. And if you are like if you are trying to please her by being nice, that's not gonna attract her at all. You know, she might tell you that, but that's not how she truly feels. So once you are aware of the female nature, the next step is to actually turn yourself into that guy that a woman would want to be with, right? So a good place to start is the basic things, right? Want to get enough sleep, because you know this is about your physical appearance. So if you want to be the most attractive as possible, you need to sleep minimum 8 hours a day, right? You need to have a good hygiene. You want to groom yourself properly. You want to, go to the gym, take care of your body. You don't need to look crazy though. Just fit, right? You want to be a guy that looks fit. And yeah, you need to also work on your social skills. Like if you're not, like a woman is very social too. Like she's very good with socially. So you need to be able to speak. You need to be able to, um, yeah, be able to talk. Entertain her. Not entertain her, but like you need to make her feel something. And you do that when you talk, right? You gotta talk to her. So that's it. That's the important thing, that you need to work on your social skills, and that's what you need to work on. But it's really not that difficult, guys. It's really not that difficult, but it takes time. Like obviously, if you're a person that's like, you don't take care of your health, you smell, like come on, guys. I literally want you guys to just imagine yourself being a girl. What kind of guy would you want? You know, because that's what it's all about. Just as much as you want to have an attractive woman, it doesn't work one way. It works both ways, right? You want an attractive girl, she wants an attractive man, right? And yeah, most of you guys are good looking, but the problem is that you're not healthy, right? Obviously, if you're not healthy, that it's not gonna show in your appearance, right? It's not gonna show. So you need to, but it's not just in looks, right? A lot of people think that everything is about your physical appearance, when that's not the truth. Like, yeah, physical appearance has a lot to say, don't get me wrong, but there are also other things that you need to consider. You need to consider because otherwise it's not gonna work like that. You can be the best looking guy ever, but if you don't have game, like if you don't have the ability to speak, then of course it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, guys. You know. So because like the thing is like I remember myself like when I was a teenager, I struggled so much with attracting a girl. I was constantly looking at girls and I could feel it in my body. Like I really wanted to have a girlfriend. Like I was like, not because I didn't really. I would say that for me it was more like, yeah, my hormones, right? Obviously my hormones were like strong. They started to develop, so the desire came there from there. So I really felt it. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like going with my feeling. I was like, oh wow, she was attractive. This Polish girl. I just want to be with her. So I tried, but I remember how the face she made at me, right? Like when I tried to be funny and I tried to smile towards her, the way she looked at me, she looked at me like with disgust. Like she was looking at me like ew. And I remember my heart, man. I was so broken, because yeah, guys, like the feeling of being rejected is it's not a good feeling, you know. No human being wants to feel that. Imagine approaching a girl that looks good and she looks so innocent and nice, right? And you just want her to smile towards you and accept you and approve you and validate you. And you try your best, and then you approach her and then she's like giving you that look, like disgusting look, you know. And when she did, I was like, I didn't understand. I was like, oh my god, I am doomed, guys. I'm doomed because, you know, why would she give me that look, you know? And I just felt like, yeah, I didn't feel good about it. But later I understood, like, yeah, I knew, like, at that time I wasn't really the ideal guy, you know. So it takes work, you know. It's not like you can't get a girl. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that it takes work, you know. And I think the first thing is like you have to make yourself aware of how a woman actually thinks, you know, how she thinks, right? Most girls, like you need to educate yourself on how they think and how they work, because if you do it, you're not gonna feel so bad because you're gonna understand like, oh, I get it now, you know. And that's just how it is. Like you can't be angry at the woman because she doesn't want you if you don't understand the reason, you know? It's just how they are by nature. It's just how they are. So yeah, guys, like it's not possible for you to get a girl. I promise you guys. Like there are so many guys that have just like given up because they thought that they couldn't attract a woman, you know, when it's far from the truth. Like they could actually do it. So it just makes me sad, you know, like when I see these videos of people, you know, in their 20s and 30s and 40s not able to attract a girl and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you can do it, but it's gonna take work, you know, like anything else in life. It's just, you just need to work on it, you know. And but yeah, guys, I promise you, like, if you're watching this video, I promise you that it's not impossible. It is possible, you know, but you have to work on yourself. And I think that like I said, mindset, right? Because like if you have this mindset of like, oh, I'm not good enough and stuff, that's already like you're already setting yourself up for failure, you know. Why would you set yourself up for failure already? Like you need to just understand, just get a book, grab a book about female nature, read that book so you understand how a woman thinks, how she works, because you guys have to understand this too as well. A woman has, unlike men, she has a time limit, you know. Like as a man, you get more attractive as you age, and as a woman, her value kind of decreases. Not her value, but her attractiveness, right? Her ability to find a partner and all this stuff, it goes down as she gets older, you know, because like, by the time they're like 38, you know, the chances of them getting pregnant goes down, you know, it goes down. So that's the thing. You have to remember that. And I think that's why a woman is so attractive in her 20s, because the reason a woman is so, like most women are so attractive when they're so young is because they have to, right? By nature, because they have a biological clock, right? They need to produce child, because when they get older, it's gonna be more like difficult for them to do it. You know, it's gonna be more difficult for them to do that. Okay, let me just see. Oh, I haven't. Let me see. Oh, I don't have it. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I just wanted to. I'm gonna make more videos about this, but I just wanted to make this video because I know there's a lot of men out there that, you know, you feel lonely, you feel like giving up. But I promise you guys, and the way I say this because I have personal experience with attracting girls, you know, so I know it's possible. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good day. Peace.